Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I'm saying good morning. I shouldn't be saying good morning because what I'm cooking is spaghetti. But I'm cooking it in the morning. It is 5:20 a.m. So I've actually been sick for the last few days. Actually, for the last week, my grandchildren came up, and my granddaughter I think was sick, so she got me sick. I've been sick, couldn't eat or anything, couldn't shop or anything. So I said, I'm hungry. So I'm getting up and fixing me some spaghetti. I'm going to do spaghetti and meatballs. Just bring you guys along with me. I'm starting with a clean kitchen. I'm going to rewash my hands. I bleached everything down. I prepped most everything. Just so, you know. Now my meat has been out for a few days. But because, again, I haven't been feeling good, it's been a refrigerator, so I had to put it in a little bit of water. And what I cook my spaghetti with, actually anything that I cook that needs ground meat is always going to be ground turkey. I always cook with ground turkey. Usually it's this one. This is 3 pounds. I get this from Walmart. I think it's probably $12, $13 maybe. So I've been cooking with ground turkey since 99. Somewhere around 1999. I eat ground beef, I just don't cook with it. After cooking with ground turkey for so long, now my food don't even taste good with ground beef, so I just stopped cooking with ground beef, period. Anyways, I do basic seasons. I don't do Italian seasoning, all the fancies. I don't do any of that. I'm doing my great value garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt, and then my Lori's seasoned salt. That's it. That's all I do. And I season to my taste. I don't season to other people's. I season to my taste. I do have some greens that I cooked. Man, I'm gonna be honest. Probably about 2 weeks ago. And when I tell you, I want to eat them with this so bad. I hope they still good. My refrigerator is pretty cold. That's why my meat has been out for about 3 or 4 days. But as you could see, it was still kind of frozen. So my refrigerator is really cold. It's almost like being in the freezer. I don't like a lot of salt. I'm gonna just, yeah, this is still frozen on the inside a little bit. But I'm gonna just move this around. No need for gloves. I'm the only one eating. Even if I wouldn't use gloves. I washed and bleached my hands so much that they burn. So just moving it around so I can put some more seasoning. I want all of it seasoned. Like I said, I don't use a lot of variety of seasonings, but I do use enough of the seasonings that I do use. So if that makes sense. I use a little bit extra garlic because I do like garlic. This is the onion. Salt. The good thing about it is I don't want it too salty. Like I said before, I used to have high blood pressure, diabetes and stuff, so I've changed some of the ways I eat. That had nothing to do with the ground turkey thing, but it is very, very cold. When I say I could have given this about 30 more minutes to thaw. Where are you guys watching from? If you don't mind me asking. If you do, it's all right. I'm going to ask anyways. And have you ever used ground turkey? I know at first my mom couldn't stand it. Oh, she bucked against it. Oh, she hated it. But I was the only one cooking, so she had to get used to it. But after she got used to it, again, I tried to cook with ground beef and made some lasagna or something. When I say that was the worst tasting lasagna, me and her both agreed. She was like, oh no, you need to always cook with turkey. So, anywho, I love to make my patties, like hamburger patties, out of the turkey meat. They be so juicy, and put a little butter and bake them. Ugh. Yes, sir. All my nachos, my meatloaf, everything is with ground turkey. And when I cook, like I said, I don't cook for the camera. It don't have to be pretty. It don't have to sound good. It don't have to look good type thing. I cook for my taste buds. And the things that I use most of the time is going to be something that either you have in your cabinet or you can go right to Walmart and get. It's not going to be something you have to go look for. You have to go ask people for, you know, type thing. That's too much for me. So that's actually really good. And you put whatever you want to put in yours. That's the good thing about it. This is mine. And if you don't like what I like, then don't eat it. Yeah, it's that simple. I had these onions and bell peppers that I had from the last time I cooked. So I'm going to add those. These are red peppers. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I like to put mine in the food processor to grind them up very fine. I do wear dentures, and I don't have but a few teeth in my mouth, so it's really hard to eat. So I'd like these. Even before that, and I don't know why I'm saying all that, because before that I didn't. I like to grind or mince. I don't know what you call it. Almost puree, to be honest. But I like it to be extremely fine. So when I eat it, it's not crunchy. I don't like a crunch. I do not like a crunch. If I got a crunch, we got a problem. I typically tend to overcook my food, especially my meat. I tend to overcook because, again, I don't know. I just get a little paranoid when it comes to some of these chunks are a little bit bigger than what I wanted. But they're thin. They're real thin, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to make that big of a deal out of it. Okay. That's it for the seasoning part. Then I'm just fixing to ball this up. And then I think I should have enough meat left to make like a meat sauce. I'm going to go ahead and mix all of my, I think I'm going to mix my spaghetti and meat sauce and meatballs all together and put it in one pot. The final product, I think I'm going to do that. Whatever you do, if your hands are ice cold like mine is from fooling with this frozen meat, do not run hot water. Run cool to, you know, not even really warm, because it'll mess up your fingers. Anyways, and this is what I do for my meatballs. I have this pan. I'm going to put a little water in here at the bottom, like so. Not much, as you can see, not much. Please, Lord, let me have foil. I do run a lot of water, so forgive me, but I do pay the water bill. I can say that now. They make us pay the water bill here at the apartments. So I don't feel so bad when I run a lot of water. And I'm not going to put it all the way down there. What you're doing, you're just going to make a little steam, pretty much. It's going to help it cook even. It's going to steam the meat from the bottom. Just give it a, you know. This is also how I do my patties. Like if I want to make some turkey patties, you do it like this. When I say they're so moist. It'll bless your soul. Okay. 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 Just like so. I like to kind of straighten as I go, so give me a few seconds. If I don't straighten as I go, it won't get done for a long time sometimes. So, and what I'm going to do is just, let me scooch it back a little bit. Let's see if I can get you right here. And I'm going to just take a little bit. And you want to try to make them as even as possible. Now, they don't have to be huge because I don't want it to take too long to cook. So I'm going to make them about like so. You want them to be even because, again, you want them to cook even. And just put them like so. Hopefully I get at least 12. Hopefully I get a few more. And that's pretty much it. Just like so. Let me preheat my oven to 350. I should have already done that. I did take all the stuff out of here. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing them a little larger than I kind of expected, but that's okay. Like I said, as long as I have enough for some meat sauce. If you guys have gotten this far, we're what, 12 minutes in. Please like, share, subscribe, send me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop me a little comment. Let me know if you've ever used ground turkey. If you think you would ever use ground turkey. You don't get as much fat with the ground turkey. But I'll be honest, do I believe it's that much healthier than, not really. Most of the food we eat these days, you know, is questionable as is. So that's tell the truth, shame the devil. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Trying to get monetized. I'm a little bit over 300 subscribers. Last time I checked, I think I was at 313. I'm almost at 4,000 watch hours. I'm at 3,000. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. At 500 subscribers, I can take super chats, do memberships, you know, different things like that. So it's like a certain level, you go up to another level in a sense. So I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers. And 4,000 watch hours, and actually 1,000 subscribers, but 500 is my next goal. I'm making some of these a little bit too big, so I'm gonna just take a little bit off. Okay. Okay, more than I expected. Okay, good. This is actually going to last me, guys, at least a week. Most of my meals last me at least a week. I can eat on a week. I'll get tired of eating it before it goes, you know, before I eat it all. To where I start sharing with baby cat, and, you know, me and the cats eat good. Whenever I cook, oh, the cats have a good time. I do buy them cat food, but they prefer, of course, they prefer people food. And some people say, oh, you shouldn't give cats, well, mind your business. Because these are outside homeless cats, feral cats, that I feed. They're neighborhood cats that one of the neighbors had too many in her house. They made her get rid of them, and she just let them go. And so what else, you know, what are they gonna do? I'm gonna put some more on this one because they're huge. And the only thing means they'll just cook longer. A little bit more on this one. Like I said, I still have some left to do the meat sauce, which was what I wanted. And then sometimes what I'll do, I say sometimes, I've done it once with food. My upstairs neighbor has 6 grandchildren. So one time I made, what did I make? Nachos. And fixed them all plates. Some of them didn't want any. They kind of looked like, yeah. When I say they got it up there, by the time they came back down, the plates was licked. Do you hear me? And then they gonna tell me, instead of just saying, can we have some more? Gonna say, oh, we wasted it. Can we get some more? Because we wasted it, we dropped it. First of all, the plate was licked. You can't, if you dropped it, you could see that it had been smeared. No. Don't play with me. But I had already cleaned up my kitchen. I'm like, everything's put up now. So anyway, so if I do have a lot left, then I can, you know, there are other options. And I do like to put just a little butter. Just a little butter in there. Just to keep it moist. Keep it from sticking. You can put it on there. You can put it in there. I kind of want to put a little water in the inside. The good thing about it is it'll be pretty moist. It doesn't have a lot of fat, like the fluid, the liquid, but it'll be pretty moist. So I think the butter will be sufficient. Not a specific amount. I just wanted to coat the bottom pretty much and just make sure it don't stick. Or hopefully it don't stick. Okay. And then I'm going to cover it. Piece of foil. My oven is not yet warm, but that is not a problem. It should have already been warm, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to put this in the oven just like so. When it's warmed up. And I'm going to start on my meat sauce. What did I get, like 15? I think I got 15 meatballs. Very large. So I'm happy with that. Again, all my pots, everything has been already rinsed off. So I do have bugs. And I tell people that. And people say, well, why do you always tell people that you have bugs? Because if I'm ever doing a cooking or cleaning or doing anything type of video and you see one crawling, don't be alarmed. You already know, I know it's there. I was watching Shamar the other day and sure enough, he in there cooking and what pop up? A freaking roach right over his stove. I said, my goodness. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't ever see bugs crawling when I'm cooking. They usually more respectable than that, but you know, it's possible. So if you see a bug, know that I know that I have them. Know that I don't want them, and I have plenty of poison to get rid of them. So they don't stay around my house very, very long. They usually die. Usually when you see them, they're sick, can't hardly walk because, you know, they done got into the poison. So I don't usually have a lot of food around for them. Usually poison. Whenever they get something, it's poison. And it's everywhere. Do you hear me? So I have a video on that, maybe 1 or 2, if you want to see what I use to get rid of them. Go check those out. Check out some of my other videos. I like to clean as I go. Let's bring you over here to the stove. It is already on. We'll just put that in there. I got it on medium heat. Just put it in there like you would ground beef. This is just going to be like a meat sauce, pretty much. The same thing like your spaghetti sauce. Sometimes when they say meat sauce, I don't know how real they meat is, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how real this meat is. We don't know these days. We don't know if it's dog, cat, or turkey. We don't know. Just know what they told us it's supposed to be. Forgive my lighting. Hopefully one day I'll be able to, and I know one day I'll be able to get me a better lighting, maybe a ring light or something. I don't know how any of that stuff works, so. And I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to talk. I don't think I'm going to show the whole thing. Like, let me turn it off while the meat is browning. Let me turn it off. And I said, no, I watched Miss Netta and Charles, and I watched, and Miss Netta, she talks through her whole thing, and she don't never turn her camera off. She don't put it on pause or whatever, unless she got it recorded, but I don't even know if she does it then. No. I'm trying to go live. I just don't know how, so bear with me. Still working on some stuff. At this point, if you want to add some more seasoning, you can. I'm not going to, because again, I know my taste buds, so I'm not going to. But, you know, feel free. It looks a little pale. Throw that back in there. No waste. Yeah. And I'm just doing this to chop it up. I like it fine. I like my meat sauce really fine. I don't want no chunks of anything, no onion. We just let this brown and let the veggies, they're gonna soften. I'm not too worried about the veggies because they're so small, they're so fine. My oven is almost warm. It's at 335, and I'm warming it to 350, so it's almost there. You guys have anything planned for dinner tonight or breakfast? This is going to be my breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yesterday for breakfast, lunch, dinner, I ate sausage and cream of wheat and toast. That was my breakfast, lunch, dinner. No, I take that back. That was the day before yesterday. That's my oven. Yesterday I had French fries. I made me some French fries. So again, I'm just going to slide this in here on the rack. And again, I told you, I overcook my food. That will probably cook, I'm going to say at least 30 minutes, but I may cook it up to an hour. What time is it? It is 5:45. So, it's going to cook for at least 30 minutes, but like I said, it may take an hour to cook. Do I plan on having you guys on here the whole hour? Probably. It's been 25 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just brown this. Get this taken care of. As you can see, there's no liquid at all. If this was beef, it would be full of, the pan would be full of liquid. So there's no liquid in this turkey. That's why, to me, I feel like it's healthier. It's not as fat. And they have it to where they have even leaner turkey. For me, it's not necessary, so. I used to buy the turkey in the tubes. Yeah, not a good idea. They were cheap, like $1 for like a pound, I think. Not a good idea. And like I said, even though this is expensive, I'm going to eat spaghetti and meatballs. I'm going to eat spaghetti with just meat sauce. And if I want to make a side with the meatballs later, I can do that. Make me some mashed potatoes or something, and I could put a gravy to it if I want to do that. I'm not going to do that this time, but I can. So that 1 pack of meat sounds like a lot, but for a week's worth of eating, or close to a week, I'm gonna say realistically about 4 days. About 4 days. Maybe 5. I could push 5. And I do try to eat it all. I'm not going to lie. I do try to eat it all. I try not to have, I have very little waste. Not I try not to. I have very little waste. Very little waste. And so, and whatever I don't eat, the cats usually do. This is not good if you have carpal tunnel. I don't, but I feel like I might. Yeah, this is starting to ache a little bit. And normally it doesn't really take this long like that. I'm just chopping it fine because, again, I like it. I do like it fine. I want a meat sauce, not chunks of meat. Probably irritating, ain't it, hearing that? Don't hear it a little bit longer. And it looks a little pale, but, you know, again, I cook for my taste buds. And this will be sufficient for me. Finely chopping it. I do the same thing for chili beans, for like I said, nachos, taco meat, not meatloaf, because meatloaf is in a loaf, but I use the same meat. When I say it smells good, I don't see not one onion, just very light red peppers, but you can smell it. It smells really, really good. Even with all the fancies. And some people get fancy. I admire that. I love to watch it on TV. I'm just not going to the store. I'm not looking for the ingredients. I'm not trying to learn what it is and how to use it. And if I'm allergic, I'm just not going through all that. I'm just not. So I'm not adventurous like that. Like I said before, when I go to McDonald's, I get the same thing at McDonald's. I don't use it. I don't care if the McRib come back 100 times. I'm not getting it. I don't care how many new things they have. I'm not trying it. 9 times out of 10, I'm just not doing it. I'm very, very set in my ways. Very relaxed. Very kind of old school, kind of, you know, type situation. Not the, you can't teach old dog new tricks. Not that type of situation, but, you know. Because I ain't never been a dog, but you know what I mean. I'm going to be honest, if this could get a little bit finer, that would be great for me, but it'll be all right when the sauce get in there. And the sauce I'm going to put in here is very simple. I'm going to use the ragu sauce flavored with meat, old world style. I don't like the chunky, you know, the chunks of stuff. I don't like that, so I want the plain Jane. If you got this far, subscribe, please. Comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you've ever used ground turkey. Or do you just prefer the beef? Share my video. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get to My next goal is 500. I'm at 313 subscribers last time I checked. I'm trying to get to 5. Thank you for your support. I just add the, shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Pour that whole thing in there. I'm going to add some water. And again, I'm looking more for the sauce of it. This is probably about right here, about a third, a little bit less than a half of full. I know some people add, you know, sugar and brown sugar, white sugar. I don't add any of that. This is plenty sweet. I'm adding a mess, but that's about it. This is plenty sweet. But again, if you want it sweet, put sweet. It's not for me, it's for you. But as you can see, it's very simple. I'm going to still add the water because I want it to thicken up. I want it to cook down. We'll turn this down some. A little bit less than medium. I don't want it to stick. Don't want it to burn. As you can see, it's the meat is so fine. It's just like it's the sauce. And like I said, I plan on combining my meatballs, at least some of them, with my sauce. So I may keep some of them out. So if I don't want spaghetti sauce on them, I may keep a few of them out. Maybe 3. Maybe just combine 12 of them. And that's it. Cover that. And I'm going to let that cook. It's less than medium heat. That's medium. So, you know, a little bit less than medium heat. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can see that. We just let that cook like so. Go ahead and straighten up. I said, I don't know what virus is going around, but when I say I was sick, I was sick. My granddaughter was whooping and coughing and hawking and coughing. Now, they left on Monday morning, and I managed to get up. Enough strength to get up. I wasn't too sick yet. I got up, I think it was Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. And I said, man, I feel so tired. But I said, I need to clean up. And I got up and I forced myself. I did a hour and 20-minute cleaning video. Uploaded it and everything. When I say, when I went to watch it, I said, oh God, I gotta get that off of there. My whole ass was out. Do you hear me? I will never do that or cook or do anything in a dress again. I tried my best to block it out, But again, I'm not good at editing or, doing stuff like that. So it is awful. So I'm still trying my best to block it out as much as possible. And because I do want to upload it. That was a whole hour and something out of my time. I want to upload my video, my cleaning video. But yeah, I got to make sure my goods not showing. You hear me? Because I was a mess. I know a lot of people, they make bleach water and stuff. I don't do that, but I did bleach my kitchen down before. I say bleached it down. I put some bleach and soap on my towel and wipe down my kitchen, my sink, my counters. And, but I don't keep dishwater because I don't usually wash dishes. I usually put the dishes in the dishwasher and let them sit until it's cool. I even save my bags. I put those in here. I always put them over something so they stay open, so when the soap get in there. But if it don't empty out real good or clean real good, I'll just take it out and wash it by hand. There was nothing in here but water, but need everything to go away right now. Cleaner. I find it better clean as you go. Clean as you go. That simple. But if I would have let that go, it may be a week or so before I decide to clean those dishes or whatever. So, oh, I didn't mean to put this up. Didn't mean to put that away. Let's check on this meat. This will probably only cook for a few minutes because it's done. As you can see, I browned the meat so well. It's done. I just want to combine the flavors pretty much is what I'm doing. Just combining the flavors because the onions, bell peppers is done. The meat is done. That's all. Just allowing it to come together, thicken up. You can already see it's thicker now. So just let that boil. Do this thing. It's not sticking. Okay. guys have any summer plans? Any plans? I know we just got over spring break, I believe. You know, you don't have school-age children, you don't know what's going on these days. I know one thing I plan to do this summer, which sounds crazy because it's so simple. I am going to ride, or ride. I think it's called ride. The Ferris wheel. We have a Ferris wheel here in Oklahoma City. I'm gonna ride this Ferris wheel. I'm gonna do it soon. I said this summer. It's not gonna be hot, so when it opened, me and my son went up there once to ride it, but they was closed. So I want to ride the Ferris wheel. I've never been to, never went and just had a, time at Scissortail Park. We have a park not too far from here. Like just some of the local things. I want to visit some of the local places. I have been battling, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know, I've been battling depression and anxiety for many years. Most of my life, I think, but seriously for the last probably 20 years or so. And it's better. It's better now. I will say it is better now. I'm not on any medication other than my marijuana. Not saying marijuana treats it, but I'm saying that's what I use. And yeah, I'm doing a lot better, but because of that, I've been MIA, missing in action type situation in the house, not going anywhere, not doing anything, not motivated to, just no motivation at all. So I'm gonna try my best to come out of that this year, or this summer. I want to do some things. Me and my daughter talked about before going on a camping trip, taking the children camping. We have lakes and stuff here and nice places. I would love to, go and visit, but hopefully. And I want it to be organic. It has to be organic. And when I say it has to be organic, I'm saying me wanting to go, it has to be organic. I'm not going to go to make content. I'm not going to go to for my family type thing. No, it has to be organic. I want to go and enjoy myself, and even if the type situation to where some of these things, even if I have to do them alone, I'm still going to do them. That's the type, that's what I'm on right now. Even if I have to do it alone, I'm still going to do it. Even if I have to do it afraid. Not if, but when I have to do it afraid. Because even doing YouTube, starting YouTube, when I say I did that afraid, I did it a day after my 51st birthday, January of this year, 2025. And I did it afraid. I don't know how to edit. I don't know anything about social media. I had just started trying to monetize on Facebook. And I was like, oh, this is very difficult. But I tried Instagram. I just don't like Instagram. I don't like TikTok because I'm not familiar with it. That's why. So I tried my best to. So anyways, I'm just not a social media person. A little older, 51. Not old, older. And just not a lot of experience. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have a tablet, a laptop. I didn't have anything. When I first started, I did it on my phone. Shout out to Ty Sweets. That's TYSUITE. He had a video called how to start a YouTube channel, I think in 2025 from your smartphone. And I literally went step by step and did what he said. I stopped the video, went step by step, did what he said, and started my YouTube channel. And I'm grateful. I am grateful. It takes time. It has not been 2 months for me yet. I am at, like I said, 313 subscribers. My glasses are filthy, but it's okay. I am at 313 subscribers. I have over 3,000 watch hours, which is wonderful. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers. 4,000 watch hours is my next step. And then 1,000 subscribers, I can get monetized and get the ads, and hopefully my life will change. I want my life to change. This is the only thing that I know of, unless something drops out of the sky, that could possibly allow me to become self-sufficient. Because of some disabilities that I have, some limitations that I have, I can't work a 8-hour job, a 6-hour job. I can't stand for too long. I can't sit for too long. Certain things I can't do. I can't lift too much. I can't, sometimes, like when I do DoorDash, Spark or whatever, I may have to take, after about a week, I may have to take a break for about a week or two. What job is going to allow you to do that? And allow you to make enough money to where you're able to pay your bills and be self-sufficient. So I'm having a struggle with that. YouTube is the only thing that I know of that that I can try to become self-sufficient again. I am on Section 8. I've been on Section 8 now. This is my 3rd year. I can't say I like it, but I am appreciative because I was homeless before. I have the story in there. I believe I have the story in there where I talk about getting evicted. I believe it's the part 3 of No Longer Will I Carry My Mom's Pain. It may be in that. I'm not sure. But I lost my mom. My mom passed away. We were roommating, and she passed away, and I got evicted within the same week. And I didn't owe them rent. The only reason I got evicted was because the day it was time for me to go to court, it was the day that I had to view my mom's body, and I didn't care about court. So I chose not to go. And so they won a default judgment. So I ended up moving into a hotel for about 3 months. And I came over here, and they allowed me in. I was very honest and transparent with them and let them know that I did just get evicted. This is the situation. This is what happened. I got evicted before when I was married back years ago. My son may have been about maybe 5 or so. And he's 31 now. So it's been a long time. But I did the same thing. I went to some apartment complex, and I told the manager the truth. I just got evicted. It wasn't on my credit yet, but I just got evicted. Can you help me? And God gave me favor with that manager. So if you ever find yourself down and out, don't feel like you're by yourself. You're not the only one in this. We all go through some things. We all deal with some stuff. We all have adversities. We all have struggles. Some are worse than others. My story is still my story, and it was difficult for me. Now, somebody can hear my story and say, girl, please, that wasn't nothing. I can tell you some stuff, and I get that. But we all have our own experiences, our own stories. And just because yours was not as bad as mine, or mine was not as bad as yours, it does not mean that it wasn't relevant. It wasn't as bad as it was for us in our experience, whatever situation is. Long story short, keep your head up. You can make it through anything. If I can, you can. If I can, you can. And I'm still going. I haven't made it yet. I'm still going. I haven't given up. I could have given up a long time ago. I refuse. I refuse. I'm by myself. This is just me. I don't have friends and family that's in my life that I talk to on a regular basis. And that's by choice. That's not by anything. That's by my choice. Because, again, I go through some things sometimes. So I choose to be to myself because I don't want to bring anybody else down. My misery don't love company. My misery likes to be alone and to itself. So don't give up on you. If you have a family member that's struggling with depression, anxiety, I've dealt with drug addiction. I've dealt with families with drug addiction, prescription drugs as well as street drugs. I didn't deal with street drugs, but prescription drugs. My family dealt with street drugs, alcoholics, people that's been sexually abused and just all physically abused, just all kinds of stuff. Go check out some of my stories. They may be a little bit long. As you can see, I'm a little long-winded, but nonetheless, this is who I am. This is my therapy. I do this for my therapy. So instead of stopping it and starting it, I'm like, that's more like not like a job, but more like you got, but this is my therapy. So I'm talking to you. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. I decided that instead of talking to myself most of the time, I'll talk to the camera. And when I'm talking to the camera, that means I'm talking to you. So instead of talking to me and looking crazy and sounding crazy, let me talk to you. And, people think I'm normal. So, but I appreciate you guys. If you got this far, subscribe, like, comment, drop me a comment. Your comments help me. It pushes my videos out into the algorithm. Lets YouTube know, hey, I think she got something here, and I think other people might enjoy what she got. So all of that matters. Sharing it, commenting, subscribing, liking. I appreciate all of that. And rewatching. I rewatch my videos. I do. And I enjoy them. I was like, oh my God, I would watch me. I feel like I'm boring, but I would watch me. As boring as I am. Matter of fact, I do watch me. Let me tell the truth, shame the devil. I rewatch some of my, I don't know who this is for, so it's probably for you. I've rewatched some of those and got encouraged. I've rewatched my worship video and worship with myself. This is my therapy. This is not made up. This is really my therapy. So I am going to try to finish this up. Let me see. Let me put my, I'm going to see if I can put you this way. You might be able to see me. I'm going to put my noodles. Put some water in the pot for my noodles. I have some noodles already open, but let me be honest, I'm not going to use those because I'm not going to use half open noodles. Well, I take that back. I am, because I'm not going to use this whole pack. I'm not going to use a whole pack of noodles. So, well, spaghetti. I say noodles, but spaghetti. This is what I use. The thin spaghetti. I like the thin. I don't like the thick ones, but the thin spaghetti. I think these are like $1.98, something like that, $1 at Walmart. What is this? 4 liters. I don't measure it, of course. I just put water in the pot. Some people will put oil in their water, which is fine. It works just as fine. I put butter in mine. I'll put a little salt in my water. It helps to season the noodles, but I think somebody told me before it might help the water boil. I don't know. And what the butter and or oil does, it just keeps the noodles from sticking, is all. Sticking together. This might be too much. I don't know. That's about how much I'm putting. So I've never had a problem with my noodles sticking together. And then I'm probably gonna put them, like I said, combine everything. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna just let that boil. I got it on high just to let it go ahead and start doing what it's supposed to be doing. What time did I say I put the meat in there? Okay, let me see. We've been on here for 55 minutes. Let's see. This meat is done. Like I said, it doesn't need to be done anyways. Still not sticking, thankfully. But as you can see, it's thickened up. It's thick, but it's not sticking to the pan. So, but that's done. Yeah, that's done. It's combined. Everything is, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to keep it on low. Very, very low. So that it don't stick. And that's done. That was on for what, about 15, 20 minutes with the sauce and stuff combined. Something like that. I don't know if y'all watching this because you're learning something or you're watching it just to maybe I help you relax. I don't know. But I'm giving you what I got. Ow, hot. Hot, so just cover it back up, keep it from splashing everywhere. Again, I keep my baggies. Let this boil. The butter is already starting to melt. So I got it up so high. Check on my turkey. Bring you back over here. The reason I say let me check on it because again I don't really go by time necessarily. Depends on what it looks like for me. So in order to see what it looks like, you gotta check it. And be careful because this is glass. You don't want to. I'm gonna tell you one thing I did before. I added some water, cold water. I don't know if it was cold or wasn't hot enough, but to a glass, a warm glass container, and busted, messed up all my meat. It was a mess. Do you hear me? So be careful when you're dealing with the glass. Okay. They don't look bad. Not at all. They're starting to brown. They're not gonna brown like, you know, the beef does. They're not gonna do that necessarily. Unless I leave the foil off and let them like burn in a sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna just turn these over. And I'm not worried about cooking these so much because again, well, not so much. I'm gonna cook them till they're done. But remember, I'm gonna put most of them in the sauce. So they're gonna cook even more in the sauce. I told you I tend to overcook. I rather overcook than undercook for me. As you can see, there's juice in there from the butter. Yeah, that's all butter in there at the bottom of that. I want the veggies to cook some more, so. But I'm gonna let these cook for maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Then I'll combine them in the sauce. And you see, they're cooking pretty fast, in my opinion, I believe, because of the steam situation. That foil steaming that water in there. That's, you know, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is actually the garlic toast. I haven't had garlic toast in years. I don't know why. I just haven't. This is my favorite garlic toast. I don't necessarily get the cheese, just the real garlic Texas toast. So I'm gonna fix me a couple pieces of that. My water is almost boiling. The butter is melted. Just need it to start boiling. Once it starts boiling, then I'll put the spaghetti noodles in there. In all honesty, I'm thinking about taking my meat out and going ahead and combining it, because I would rather let it finish cooking in the meat, in the sauce, so it can, you know. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll be glad when I'm able to go live. I don't have to worry about the storage, because I'm going to run out of storage and all of that, and for it taking too long, I can actually talk with you guys and have a conversation. I'm going to turn that way up so it can start boiling. I can put the noodles in. But while I wait on that, I'm going to just go ahead and the meat that I'm going to put in the sauce, I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And go ahead and cook that in the sauce. This has probably been in there for maybe, about 30 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer. No, maybe about 30 minutes. It don't take long, I will say that. Oh, it smells, oh, I tell you, the smell of it. Something that looks a little stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Transfer these over in this lid. Start where you are, use what you gotta do what you can. Do you understand me? Start where you are, use what you got, and do what you can. How many times we say, oh Lord, I can't do that because of whatever reason. Oh no, Lord, not me. I can't do that because of whatever reason. I can't cook, Lord. I don't have a big enough kitchen. I don't have the right utensils. I can't show people, you know, my cooking. I don't have the right ingredients. I can't speak elegant enough. So start where you are, use what you got, do what you can. That's all you can do. And you think, like, okay, isn't that defeating the purpose? Because why didn't you just make it all meat sauce, or all, first of all of the meatballs wouldn't fit in the pan. That's number one. That's the reason. But the rest of the reason is, for me, the meatballs taste different when it's in a ball versus when it's in a sauce. It could just, y'all let me know. The meatballs taste different in a meatball than it does in the sauce. You can have ground meat. To me, it tastes different when it's in spaghetti than when it's in tacos, you know, and I have the same ingredients. So for me, now the ones that I'm not putting in the sauce, I'm actually going to put those back in the oven. But I'm going to, man, I want to pour some of this juice off. But I think I'm going to pour some of the water I don't want to pour the water out the bottom. I want to pour this butter. Okay. I just wanted to get some of that juice, that flavor. So I put, how many meatballs I put in here? 5, 10, 11. Lord, if y'all anything like me, that is going to disturb me. I put 11 in here and kept 4 out. That's, for some reason, because that's odd, I'm going to put 12 in here and keep 3 out. Some reason that number feels better. A dozen or 12 in and then 3 out. Yeah, that feels better to me. I can live with that number. Isn't it the weirdness though? As you can see, I'll let you see. I'm just putting this back. Just got 3 meatballs in there. I'm just put that right back in there and let it cook just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Maybe about 15, 20 minutes. I'll take it out about 6:45. Okay, this my water is boiling. As you can see, it's good and hot and angry. The butter is melted. I'm gonna just slide these spaghetti in there. I don't break mine. And it's not that many spaghetti, so I may not mix it. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. I don't have a set way. Now, mind you, this is a lot of food for just me and a few cats. I'm still a little bit under the weather. I'm really weak right now, so I haven't really eaten. I've tried to munch a little bit, but not really much of an appetite, so. Okay. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit since I added those meatballs. Because it's done. I just wanted to combine the meatballs and the sauce pretty much. As you can see, my noodles is already down in the bottom of the pan. I'm just gonna let those boil on away. And I like my noodles mushy. Again, I overcook everything. I did not exaggerate when I said that. I overcook everything just about. Okay. It is extremely warm in this kitchen. Hope my battery and my storage will be good. And this is going to be my meal for the next few days. I am so grateful today. I really am. I am so grateful. I was able to get up and cook and make a video. I was so down the last few days because I'm like, man, I haven't been able to make a video. I don't have any new subscribers. My watch hours are down. I felt really, really low. But I'm doing my best. Oh my God, it smells good. Since I didn't make so many noodles, I'm gonna go ahead and combine it. I made up my mind. My other video, I'm a little nervous about like stopping this video and starting because my other video, my pork chop, my smothered pork chops, when I did that, I couldn't, I don't know if it's because it was so long, I couldn't combine the videos. So I had to split it up in 3 parts. I'm like, I really don't want to do that, so. And this is what cooking is. It takes forever. I mean, there is no, I mean, not for me. It's not quick and easy. If it was quick and easy, I would say, oh, quick and easy. No, it takes forever for me. Especially for an overcooker. It takes forever for me. These noodles are about done almost. But once those get done, I'm just going to combine them. And then let it cook even a little bit more. I want you to see the finished product, so that's why I'm trying to hold out. So again, if you guys got this far, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let's see. I'm trying to think of things. No, I can't really say I'm trying to think of things to talk about, like subjects, but like what are people interested in these days? I know I'm interested in a lot of reality TV, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like unless you have, well, I have a ratchet side, but unless you are animated, it's really not that exciting. So I know I just watched Baddies. Do y'all watch Baddies? Oh my God. I just watched Baddies. The last episode of Midwest, which was good. When I say I got my life, when Summer whooped the dog shit out of Anna Mac. Oh, Summer whooped Anna Mac 3 or 4 times. I was so glad. First of all, this is the first fight Summer done had, and she won. Did she whoop Gretchen? No, she didn't whoop nobody. But I think she did a good job with Summer. I mean, with Anna Mac. I was happy about that. So, Jayla got her ass whooped by Big Lex. When I say Mel got whooped, I haven't watched it enough time to see if Mel came on there and got whooped by Ivory. But she didn't win. I know that. She didn't win. Mel didn't win. But I don't know if she got whooped like that. I was like, come on, Big Shroom. You know you're supposed to come in there on your, you done already took your medicine before you got there. That's what keeps you strong and vibrant. You know, that's, she didn't take her shrooms, y'all. But she's looking good, though. Mel looks real good, don't she? So, I think they said at the reunion, oh, Ivory got her. I like Mel. I like Ivory. But I like Mel probably more than Ivory, I think. Then I watched Baddies, the auditions for Africa. It's something dark about. Now I watch Now That's TV. They fight all the time. You'll see some of the people cross over from Now That's TV and Zeus. But when I say it's just something that seems sinister or like something underground is working on Baddie's show. I don't know what it is. I can't put my fingers on it, but something a little odd about it. However, it is my, what do I call it? My, you know, the thing I like to do, my secret, you know what I mean? Like, It's the thing I like to do. I like ratchetness. I don't like ratchetness in my life, but I do like to watch it. So those auditions, they were good. I liked them. I did enjoy them. But like I said, it was a little heavy. It was a little dark, a little heavy, but nonetheless, I got through it. I'm gonna watch it again probably. Y'all check out Zeus over the Zeus Network. Check out those shows. My guilty pleasure. That's the word. Guilty pleasure. Zeus and Now That's TV is my guilty pleasure. See, I hear something over here sizzling. Let's see what they're talking about. It's saying something to me. You hear it? It's saying something. I don't know what it's saying right now, but I think it's saying, girl, turn me down, turn me off, do something to me. Do something. Your food talk to you. Leave your pots and stuff with. Yeah, they about done. And then again, when I combine them, I'm going to let them just combine a little bit, so it's going to cook a little bit longer. So to be honest, this is done for me. But let me check on that meat. Okay, come on out of that spaghetti. Spending way too much time on that. Not quite done like I needed, but it's close. It's close. Maybe about 10 more minutes or so. Yeah, if you have children and they're little picky eaters, put a little brown sugar, a little white sugar in it, in your spaghetti sauce. That'll help them. Not a lot, just a little bit. You don't want to rotten their little teeth, but. And or consider not putting the veggies in. My mom, she used to make us meatloaf, me and my brother. She would make us like a separate meatloaf from hers. She would put all the onions and bell peppers and stuff in hers, maybe mushrooms and stuff. We didn't like that, but she would just put cheese in ours, seasonings and stuff, but cheese in our meatloaf. Like, sometimes you may have to do that if you have little picky children. I didn't have to do that because my children gonna eat what the F I tell them to eat. Whatever I cook, they gonna eat it. And when they got old enough to say they didn't want to, then they start providing their own food. That's just how that situation happened. However, I do know everybody's different, so, whatever works for your house. As for me and my house, we serve the Lord. And we was firm believers that if you spoil the rod, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Now, we went too far. I ain't gonna lie, we went too far a lot of times. And it was borderline abuse. What I would consider, but not mistreatment. Just, we didn't know no better. We didn't know no better. We did the best we could with what we had. Our children survived, thank the Lord. Ain't it funny how the children can survive in spite of us, not because of us, but in spite of us, the children still survive, thank God. Some of us survived in spite of our parents. Because we know we had some doozies. Some of us didn't have parents. Some of us grew up in foster care. Where people didn't even give a F about you, period. Some of us grew up like that. I didn't, thankfully. However, I did go through hell. I went through my own personal hell, seeing my mom be abused and even be abusive. My mom was abusive, not only to her boyfriends or whatever, but she abused drugs and whatever. She abused my middle brother. Go check out that video, those videos, part 1, 2, and 3. No longer will I carry my mom's pain. I had to release that. Had to release that, and that was difficult. That kept me kind of heavy for a few weeks after I did that video. I carried that for a while. It was a lot to get out, but I'm trying to heal. This is my healing. This is my therapy. Instead of sitting down talking to somebody sitting on somebody's couch, and I've done that. I'm not against it at all. I've done that. It just didn't help me. And so I noticed that I tend to, I tend to work things out better, or things tend to work out better for me when I talk it out and I hear it out loud. So this is me talking out loud, and I can hear myself, and it's me talking to me, pretty much. So, anywho. Yeah, the spaghettis are done. I'm going to drain these out. Drain the water. They say, it's done when if you throw it on the wall and it stick, and it's done if you, pinch it and butter. It's done when I say it's done. Careful, it's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. As you can see, they didn't stick. So the butter works fine. You can use butter or oil. Not much oil, of course, but like I said, I didn't have that many noodles. I decided not to fix that many. And what I'm going to do is just combine. Noodles start to stick. Don't want that now, do we? See, that's on high. Hurry up before my noodles burn. Just want to pour it in there. Be careful. Put a little water in here. Just rinse it out and give me a little more juice. Like I said, I like juice. I don't have to have meat. I prefer juice over meat all day. Spaghetti and just juice sauce or sauce. So, not watery. I just like the meat. I mean, juice. And again, I intentionally didn't use that many noodles. As you can see, it's still juicy enough to where you can see the boil. So I'm going to just let it combine a little bit. Let the flavors combine a little bit. Not as much sauce as I'd like because of the large pack of spaghetti, the large pack of ground turkey. More than what? 45 after? Okay, right on time. My other turkey patties or turkey meatballs, should be done. So I'm going to just let these combine a little bit. let those flavors combine up in there. And I'm going to rinse this pot out so that I can, I fry my toast, my Texas toast. I don't put it in the oven. I like to do it on the stove. That's how I fry all my toast, actually. When I say fry it, I just mean I put it in the pan. Put it on the stove. Time for me to take my other ones out. So I'm going to just go ahead and take those out, even though I'm not going to eat them probably until maybe tomorrow or something. Once I get tired of the actual spaghetti, then I may eat that with maybe the greens and make me some mashed potatoes or something like that. I keep saying patties. It's cooked the same way as a patty, but meatballs. So I'm going to just fry my bread, and then it'll be done. If you got this far, most people don't get this far. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Just fry me up 2 pieces. I like to do these as I go. What does the instructions say? Oven, air fryer, or toaster oven. Okay, so I just do my toast like so. I'll let that brown. I don't put nothing in the oven, in the pot, because it already has butter on it, so just let that do what it do. I got it up kind of high, probably too high. So let me take out. Ooh, fogged up my glasses. And that's that. It's 6:45, or it's actually 6:50. I'm just now taking them out. You can see how long they cooked. The other ones are still cooking. Hopefully I cooked them long enough. I don't remember what time I put them in there, so I'm kind of guesstimating and saying that. But like I said, that's one thing that makes a difference too, is the steam. The steam from the water up under the foil paper makes it cook evenly, and it cooks it faster. It really does. So what I'm going to do is put these 3. Let me just go ahead and I'm not even going to play around. Put these in here. Oh, some of them. Y'all forgive me. That's why it's good to clean your stuff off before. So I'd have been mad I dropped one of my 3. I'll pour the butter off of there. And that's it. Put some foil paper over that. And that's meat for another meal. But no spaghetti sauce, so. Put that to the side once that calmed down and, what do you call it? Cool off. Then I'll put it in the oven. In the refrigerator. My bread is trying to burn. It's too high, so. Too high. My bread is trying to burn. Didn't burn, but you know, I had it up real high. I turned it down to medium. Check on this. Still got a lot of fluid and juice in there. Now this pot will stick. So, and it's on medium. But the noodles are steady cooking. The meat is cooking. It's combining, you know. It's not cooking to where it's burning, but just combining the ingredients. That's all. Just letting the flavors come together some more. But it's done. It's pale. It's a little more pale than what I like. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and plate it up. And when I say plate it up, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know what that means. It's a bowl. It's a container bowl with a lid. Because why? I have bugs. Can we say that together? I have bugs. So anything I use usually have a lid on it. Let me get my bowl. And I usually put shredded cheese on my spaghetti. Every now and again, if I have Parmesan cheese from when I had pizza or something, I'll put that. But I use whatever shredded cheese I have, to be honest. Whatever shredded cheese I have on deck, on hand, that's what I use. I don't buy no special cheese for spaghetti. So I don't do anything special for it. Okay. Yeah, my noodles are good and soft. Good and soft. Now, I've been accused of cooking like white people. Don't get offended if you're white. But that's sometimes how we talk at our kitchen table. My mom always told me I cook my food be bland like white people. But again, I cook to my taste. It's my taste buds. I don't cook according to somebody else's, you know. Some people don't like sauce, period. And they feel like, oh my God, that is too watery, that's too much, you know, sauce. I'd rather just have the meat. Then you would add more meat. Some people prefer more noodles. Like, oh, she didn't put enough noodles. Then you would just add more noodles. And then you have some people that, you know, oh, that is not enough seasoning. You need to put more seasoning. Then you would be one that would need more seasoning. Do you get it? Whatever it is that you want, then you do. This is just a basic blueprint. Just a basic, you know, how to get going, how to start somewhere. How do I start? So let me bring you over here while I, let's call it plate. While I make my plate, let's call it a plate. As we can see, it's a bowl. This is what it looks like. Like I said, it's pale, but it's the flavor that I'm going for, not the look of it. And I just put some little shredded cheese. Some people say shred the cheese. I haven't gotten that state yet, to that step yet, because maybe I'm lazy and I just don't want to shred cheese. And then when I go to the store, I like to go to the store early, and the people that shred it is not there. So at least that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. This is just triple cheddar, Kraft triple cheddar. Got my bread, like so. And when I say I'm getting ready to enjoy myself, y'all not gonna hear a word. You know how when you can tell when something good, because you don't hear nobody talking, nobody saying nothing. And that's what I'm getting ready to do in just a second, not say nothing. I'm getting ready to say nothing. And this is what the final result, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I only got one meatball. I just put one meatball. Okay. I don't add anything else. Put the lid on there. And I'm going to clean. As you can see, most of my kitchen is clean. I just got to take this out of here. Nothing even touched the pot, the pan. This pan, I just took the foil out. Nothing touched that pan, so it's not dirty. This is my pan for the toast and that I fried my meat in. But as you can see, I just got to rinse that out. So when that's done, when that cools off, then I'll do that. Wash that out. And then this is my pot, my spaghetti pot. Is the only thing I have left. This is my meatballs, and everything else is pretty much clean. Is how I like to do it. I'm getting ready to put these in the dishwasher. It's not full yet, so I'm not going to start it. And I'm going to eat, y'all. When I say I'm going to eat, let me take me a little quick bite. So you'll know that, no, this is actually for me. Let me take me a quick little something, something. Thank you. Quick little something, something. Oh, that cheese smells good. And I'm trying to eat with a fork, plastic fork. Now, mind you, the sauce even has meat in it, so even though I may not get a piece of meatball in every bite, it's meat in every bite. I don't like burning my mouth. Now, mind you, I got my teeth in my mouth, my dentures, and I don't eat with teeth in my mouth. I'm getting ready to chew this up, take these teeth out, and I'm getting ready to have me a good old self time. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you got this far, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know you got this far. If you got this far, let's see, what can you put in the comments? Sorry, I'm still chewing. I think there's an emoji with some spaghetti. If you can find a spaghetti emoji, go ahead and put that in there. If not, Just send me a comment and say, hey, girl. That's it. Hey, girl. I know you got this far. And I know you just as crazy as I am. You have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.